Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
I woke up, then I logged in to that Urban X where they be flexing with that blog in. Put it down, cause my little homie called in. Had to bail him out, he in trouble with the law again. Black skin can't win in the white world. Seen a brother kill his own kid for that white girl. We ain't wanna go to school, but we had to. Every February it was scary in them classrooms. Shimmy y'all, shimmy yay. Old dirty bastards can't own dirty slaves, so they own dirty masters. Black Dot found a pot as a youngin', broke it down for his son, and now he serve it to the masses.
Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Black mass, man, it's time to rock. I had to find a way, I couldn't find a job. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God. Couldn't find a prayer, couldn't find a God.
Urban excellence, a product of my residence. From 4 to 44, Obama was the president. I told mama I ain't trying to go to church. I'm like Adam, every Adam is a product of the dirt. And I've been reaping what he sowed. I got the product, got the dirt. And I can teach you what I know, but then you gotta put in work. You in trouble if you waiting on the government. I told my bro I make it out the hood, and that's a covenant.
What's good? What's good? Welcome back to another episode of the Urban X Podcast. Thank you guys for joining us. We're your host. I'm Malcolm. This is the artist formerly known as the Black Dot.
In the building, in the flesh, ready to get this thing popping.
What is up, everybody? What is good? What is good? How was your week? You just celebrated your birthday.
I did. I had vacation burnout. So remember, for Vegas, we was burnt out. So for my birthday, we just took it slow, man. My wifey went and got me a 90-minute foot massage. I don't think you understand how intense that is. They
90
start
minutes.
with rubbing your shoulders and back while your feet are boiling in like a Chinese stew or something, getting that right. And they hit all the meridians, because you know the Chinese know all the secrets. Yeah. And then they lay you back, and then they start working on one foot and one leg at a time. You're listening to Chinese Funkmaster Flex, the Funkmaster Flex version of Chinese music. It's real Zen. You know, shit was dope. Then on the way out, you grab a couple of pieces of candy, and give you some lemon juice to kind of bring you back, you know.
Yeah.
And man, it was super dope. So, and I want to thank everyone for all of the birthday wishes, the cash apps, and people just showed up and showed out, you know, and sent a lot of positive energy and a lot of positive love. And I truly, truly want to appreciate that and show my appreciation for that kind of gratitude, you know?
Dope. I'm glad you enjoyed yourself. That's what's up. Somebody said no happy ending, though. Yeah, no.
Oh, no happy ending in there. You know what I mean? Because you know me, I'd have been like, you have the midgets in the back? This is a Chinese establishment, yes?
Yeah.
And Malcolm, top it off, I hit the ghetto lotto. All right?
You've been on a little run.
I hit, thanks for my aunt, my sister Wanda reminding me, I hit the ghetto lotto. What's the ghetto lotto? That's, you know, we got family and friends, and we play the lotto.
Yeah.
We follow the numbers, but the cool thing about it is we follow the numbers until somebody win. So you pick 6 numbers, you put down $20, and it ain't the first drawing. The first drawing, you might have 3 numbers. Yeah. Next drawing, a number. I had forgot all about it. Because the first time we played, the first 4 times, I think I had 3 numbers the whole time. Yeah. And I just switched my numbers up. Mama Dad said, give me some new numbers. I came off the cranium and said, this, that. I forgot about it. Then my girl Taji hit me up and was like, congratulations. I'm like, what? She said, you are the ghetto lotto winner.
That's what's up.
So you know me? She sent that cash right away. I'm like,
That's what's up.
that's what I'm talking about. And I was a winner, and then I was a loser because my daughter called. She in Houston, you know. This is her 7th vacation of the year. This girl.
I honestly can't be stopped.
And all of a sudden, you know, the money she thought she needed, she didn't have. And she knew I was the ghetto winner. And so she taxed me for some of the winnings. But yeah, and then remember in the airport, I won $1.20, $1.25.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm up. I'm up right now. I'm up big.
So shouts out to you. Happy birthday again.
Thank you.
We love you.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You're up next, yes?
Yeah, man. Listen, man. Like, so y'all August Virgos, because apparently I didn't realize it was beef. Because Ludacris, he came out and talked about like the difference between August Virgos and September Virgos.
There is clearly a difference. Clearly.
Yeah. So he is a September Virgo. So am I. So,
this is what I'm gonna say to that. August Virgos are the spiritual ones.
Here we go. Of course, you got the sound good. Hey,
I just
y'all
want
go.
to tell you, September Virgos are conceited. They're very conceited. All of them think they're the best thing since sliced bread. Nas, Beyonce, Malcolm. It's a whole list of them who
We don't
they
make
just
the
think
rules.
they the shit.
We don't make the rules, man.
August Virgos, we're more grounded, more humble, and we're more connected
and
to,
if y'all, and if y'all know Dot, he just described the antithesis of grounded and humble.
Just saying. Just saying.
Please.
Yeah, so while y'all are Virgos and we rock with y'all, we have inner beef. But isn't that how society works?
Yeah,
you got
it's
your
beef with
clique.
everything.
You got a clique within a clique.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
We the
yeah,
same
yeah.
clique.
Yeah.
Damn black folk. We the same clique. But now
Thanks.
we're gonna split the clique.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So, Malcolm, I want to open up with a Ghetto Cosby story about scooters.
Okay.
Okay, now keep in mind, me and Eli were on scooters in Vegas.
Okay. Right.
Right? All right, here's the thing. Each scooter is equipped with a horn, a light, and it's supposed to have some backup. Like when you back up, it's supposed to make a noise.
The beeps,
Eli's
right?
scooter, check this out. When he backed up, it was no noise. He just was quietly able. When I backed up, I swear, my shit had the loudest horn I ever heard. Deep, 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 deep. Everybody's like, what the hell? Shit sound like a truck was coming through, Malcolm.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Now, that's not the gist of it. And I'm only telling people in case they want to get a scooter.
Yeah.
The acceleration and brake are up top where the handles are.
Okay.
Right? So it's acceleration, it's brake, not in the foot where you know.
Right.
So keep that in mind. I can barely walk and chew gum. Now I'm sitting and I gotta be able to multitask.
Gotcha.
Now, the shit has 2 speeds to it. It's a variation. It's rabbit and turtle. Obviously, turtle is slow. You would think that would be down this way, and when you turn it up, it's rabbit.
Right.
No, shit is reversed. So I'm thinking I'm bringing the shit up, bringing it down to turtle, and I'm revving this shit up. Now,
Who'd you hit?
I'm getting to that.
Okay.
I was coming into the elevator at full fucking speed, right? Now I'm coming in the elevator and I'm hitting the foot brake, wondering why this shit ain't stopping. And bam! I was coming in at full speed, and people was like, God, oh shit. And then they, I looked at them with this, and they said, oh, he had probably got Parkinson's or, multiple sclerosis shit. So keep that in mind. You
Oh, my
drive your
God.
whole life with brake gas, but
Yeah.
no, the shit is up here. Now, after a day or two, and my mama kept looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with you, right? So a day or two, I think I got this. You know, I'm one hand in this shit. You know, right now coming into your hotel room is very, very simple math. You need to line it up so you can come into the room. I watched Eli, because Eli is very methodical. He he line his shit up. I see open the door, he slides in. Not me. I'm Doc. I'm nice. I tried to come around the corner into the room, right? And almost tore my whole arm off and shit. If I'm lying, I'm flying. Wham! You know, cause it just was really, really bad. And Mama Dot was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? And so keep in mind, brake, you know, gas brake, turtle rabbit, and you know, my shit was going deep, deep, deep. So it ain't no like incognito shit.
I know Mom and Dad was embarrassed.
Oh, no, it was embarrassing. I was flying into the elevator, kids and children, bam! Even in our hotel room, I tried to parallel park this shit. And again, there is no foot action, and we almost had to pay like a service fee. So I think I knocked some shit down. Bam! Bam!
Yeah, they was gonna keep that $2,000.
They didn't keep that. And meanwhile, Eli, see, this is why you have to pay attention to people who are really disabled, who everything was slow. He took his time. He wasn't calculating. He wasn't trying to get his, you know, I'm coming around the corner like this, one hand and shit. Got this shit, son. Don't do it. Don't put your ego involved with the shit.
God.
So that's a true ghetto Cosby story, like the Scooter style. Yeah.
Goodness.
Yeah, Scooter and the Furious.
Yo. And I promise we're gonna get started. I didn't realize how much I took for granted. How much I just took New York for granted. Mm-hmm. Everything out here in Delaware is just so slow. Like people, like we had a little issue with something. And, you know, we had to talk to some office about something else or whatever. So we got the two offices talking. And in New York, I don't care about how the policy used to be when so-and-so was here 3 months ago. I don't know so-and-so. Just, can you do this and not point me to somebody who can get this done? It's always a long monologue. It's always because, you know, you got to do this and do into that. And, you know, it never used to be like that. And I don't care. I'm just so.
I just want the shit done.
Yeah, I'm just so accustomed to no small talk. Like, I don't care about none of that you're talking about, lady. Can you fix this? You know what I'm saying? And then, like I was telling you, the service workers out here, like the barbers, the hairstylists, all of them, it's like they don't like money. I don't understand.
Right, you would think if you show up, even if they got an appointment in an hour, they can fit you in. Let me get this money.
They're like, nah, you could come back in like 4 hours. No, I can't.
Yeah, everything is structured.
No, I can't. Like in New York, if the seat is empty, yo, come in real quick. Here, boom.
Exactly. Let's get this done. Let's get this money.
God,
that lends to New York being a fast-paced place.
Yeah.
And so what you have to do is you have to almost get calibrated to.
Nah, man.
Yeah,
like
you
that,
have to,
bro.
Malcolm,
Driving,
you're gonna be in open toe sandals with a grill by next summer. I promise you.
God, man.
And you're gonna be like, nah, man. Take everything slow, man. Everything.
No. I gotta have like occasional visits to the city to keep my edge, bro. I'm driving
bodegas, you know.
Yeah, I'm driving one-way street, right, and it's space to pull over. You know what I mean? Somebody stops in the middle of the street to let they aunt out. Now, instead of pulling over, they just stopped in the middle of the street, threw their hazards on. I can't get around, and I'm just like, yo, fam.
No.
Like, and that's happened multiple times to me out here. Like, so I know that's just what they do.
Yeah. You'll get used to it.
I'm gonna lose it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna lose it.
You might have to start a fight out there one day. Oh, that's open carry state, right? Is it?
Yeah, they got him. They got him
Yeah,
out
they
here.
probably
You
don't
can't
even know
just,
how to box them niggas out
yeah.
there. So
They
niggas
got
that
him out here.
box
You
you.
can't just.
What are you crazy?
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
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 So all right, so let's get to some stuff, man. We'll get to a roll call later.
Okay. Roll call later. Watch
Roll
this.
call later.
You are tuned into the sounds of Urban X.
All right, so big news. I don't know if this is big news if you guys care, but Donald Trump and Kamala Harris have agreed to debate in September. I think September 10th is the day, you guys.
Yes, it is. That's a
Or the
Tuesday,
9th.
if memory serves me correct.
The 9th or the 10th, one of those days.
It's
But
the 10th,
it's going
yeah.
down. Okay, it's the 10th. It's going down. I believe it's happening on ABC.
Yep.
Right, so there was a lot of contention because Kamala obviously didn't want it to happen on Fox. Trump didn't want it to happen on CNN or MSNBC, so I guess ABC is the middle ground there. ABC has also rejected some last minute changes Kamala Harris or Kamala wanted to have to the debate. I think she wanted to be able to have some notes pre-prepared for her before the debate. They said
Okay.
absolutely not, right? So the debate is happening. I'm actually interested to see how this is gonna look as a result. She actually did her first interview today with her VP Waltz.
Heard about
Tim
that.
Waltz. And mixed reviews. And the reviews are always based on what side is reporting on it.
That's a fact. That's a fact.
That's just what you're gonna see now from this election cycle. The Democrats will go like, "Yo, this is great. She handled everything she needed to handle." The Republicans were like, "This is completely terrible. She can barely answer a question." And I'm hearing rumors that her and Waltz don't actually get along.
Well, remember, she didn't pick him.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Unless I'm missing something.
What do you mean?
Did Biden select him?
No, that was her VP pick.
Oh, that was her VP pick.
Yeah. So
Why
I'm
don't
thinking
she
you
get
said
along with him?
because I don't think, well, like you said, she didn't pick him. The establishment, the Democratic establishment, probably picked him. Instead, you need somebody to complement your lack of personality.
Okay.
That's why. So that's why I think that's what I thought you were getting at. But
No,
that's
for some reason, I thought before Biden bowed out, he picked him.
no.
But as you
'Cause
reminded me, she actually
She was the
through
VP.
system. Yeah.
Yeah, she was the VP. He didn't need to pick anybody.
Right.
But the fact, like I said, I'm hearing rumors that they actually don't get along. So that would more so even lend to the fact that she probably didn't pick him, and that was an establishment pick, because she's not running this. She's not running this thing anyway.
And again, she's probably gonna have an earpiece in, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the physical notes may not be as necessary as you think.
Yeah.
And then she's gonna hit you with what is, can't be, that never was, because it's not.
And it's
she's
always
gonna
been.
laugh, and it's always been. She gonna throw that in there about 4 times.
Yeah.
And they'll be in her ear telling her, what she. Now, Donald is sharp with it. He's very sharp with this shit. And so he's gonna try to box her in. I also heard she requested open mics, like the mics don't be turned off, but ABC agreed to turn the mics off, like mute the mics is what I mean.
Oh, okay.
So there could be muted mics.
Okay.
And so I don't know who that benefits, because Donald tries to retort a lot,
Yeah.
but maybe she wanted it because she wants to be able to snap her neck, because I told you it's going to be a lot of neck snapping and collard green making and weed smoking and, and perms and her doobie is going to be wrapped up, and that shit going to be, it's going to be on and popping. And at the same time, she's going to be clean. She's going to pull her whiteness out because she's catering to a lot of people at the same time. Donald Trump is catering to the same crew he been catering to.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And so it's get your popcorn ready, as it says in our thumbnail, because I think it's going to be interesting. Maybe we should do some real Maybe we should do something live on that day, even though we can't show the debate. Maybe we should come on live and just be kind of doing a play-by-play. That might be interesting.
That would be cool.
You know, because it's on a Tuesday. Maybe we'll just tune in and we can all be in there together by what we seeing and what we talking about. Maybe we'll do something like that.
That would be cool. Okay.
No?
I like that. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that. So a lot of people, because she's running on, like, a lot of her policy is coming out, right? Especially like economics, right? And a lot of people are upset at the fact that she's trying to tax unrealized gains, right? So if I make an investment and I was supposed to say that investment doubled or something like that, that money is not in my account yet, technically.
Right.
But so they're trying to, because it's not realized. Like I haven't made the or gotten the investment back. It's not realized. Mm-hmm. So she's trying to tax unrealized gains. But apparently this is for, because a lot of people are like, what the hell? But this is for people who make who are worth like $100 million. So the ultra wealthy people, this who that
That's
applies
not gonna
to.
sit well.
Now, right? This is so everybody's going, yo, yeah, because people complain. Black people complaining, Black Republicans are complaining, and then the people who are in, like, the Democratic content creators are going, what y'all mad about? Y'all don't make no money anyway. Yeah. This is just y'all are being brainwashed by Donald Trump. Fair. But my question was, a lot of her donors and some of her party members, like Nancy Pelosi, are worth that amount of money.
Right.
And they make their money off of investments, playing the stock market and stuff like that. How do they feel about it? That was my question.
Great question. I'm going to look at it from another angle. Maybe she just talking shit, right? To give off the illusion to people who are on the fence and other Republicans that she is not going to be easy on the rich. Remember, that's going to be the theme, the thesis. Y'all all for the rich anyway, so maybe this is a ploy that her team said, because she's not going to actually do it. What politicians actually follow through with any of that shit, right?
That's true.
This is election season. I can give you the most bizarre dreams. I can sell you the most bizarre dreams I want to, because the minute I get in, they bring you into that room and they tell you how this is going to go. And they always start with the JFK assassination. They sit around and go, watch this. Here comes, pow, boom, blew his head clean off. Yeah. Now that can happen to you, or it don't have to happen to you, Kamala. Whatever your name is, Kamala. Yeah. If you follow what you gonna do, you ain't gonna have no problem. We want to take one more time. Now, where did he get hit from? Was it upstairs, down? Boom, there it is. Yeah. Right? And so she knows that. So whatever she's running on is whatever the hell she think you gonna believe in. She running on hot sauce. She running on twerking. She running on collard greens. She running on smoking weed to Tupac, even though he was only 10 when she was in college. She running on whatever works. Yeah. Trump is running on the shit you want to say, but you afraid to say. We need to get rid of these immigrants.
Yeah, listen.
This and that, crime, drugs. We need America back. You know what I mean? To a good old state.
I'm watching videos of Venezuelan immigrants
take over that housing project. You saw that?
Yeah, I did see that. Like
they going knocking on people's door with choppers.
Like I know somebody I personally know who was killed a few months ago by a Venezuelan immigrant in front of his building. You know him. Like, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't know that was a Venezuelan. Wow.
Yeah, it's getting out of hand, man. It is getting out of hand. And that video that about the building complex that was taken over, that was in Aurora, Colorado.
Yes.
Stuff always happens there. Remember the movie theater, Dark
Yeah.
Knight? That was in
Yeah.
Aurora. Same. It's always these things always are happening in the
For
same
some
place.
reason, that's like a testing ground.
Yeah.
Because now they just took it over and the police can't do nothing. These niggas knocking on the door with the chopper like, I need the rent, SA. What? Yeah. We taking this shit over, and it's a microcosm of what could be. Because it's enough of them here now. First of all, they already got the scooter robbery game on lock. They're running up on people in Midtown who are having their brunch out in the middle of, on them scooters and getting off the scooters with the blickies now, like, give me that watch, this, that, and getting back on their scooters and riding off. Let alone the ones who taking your phones as you just riding by. And so it's getting bad. And remember, a lot of them, not all of them, because we might have about 3 Valenzuelan followers. I don't know. and their opinion in life matters. But a lot of them don't care about the police.
Yeah.
They come from countries where they set it off against the police.
Yeah,
and
I
now
watched.
even the police appear to be afraid.
Yeah, because listen, there is always something to when you don't have the authority to do something, but they still have you out there, right? So they have you out there, and I'm defending the police here, but they have you out there in harm's way, and you can't do anything. Like, it's like since the lockdowns ended, like all police everywhere were just given a mandate to, you can't do your job.
Right. Let people bust in stores. That's when you saw the goddamn the purge.
Yeah.
They had the actual purge going on in the Bronx, Malcolm.
Yeah.
That music, the music from the purge started playing.
I remember
and
that.
Dudes was getting out of their joints, running into jewelry stores, and police officers is just standing there. This shit is Gotham City.
Yeah.
Right? And now you have a new kind of criminal. So even black and, the normal criminals, from the hood, we give the police somewhat, all right, we can give you a pass today. Them Venezuelans don't give a shit. They don't even speak English.
They didn't even have, I was watching a YouTube documentary on the MS-13s, and the Republican enemy was just screaming build a goddamn wall, get them out of here.
Yes.
Because they are wild.
Yes, and that's what Trump is running on. And side note, they're trying to pass a bill in California to give these immigrants $150,000 towards new housing, and they don't need no credit check, no ID, no nothing. This is what they're trying to do in California, so they're being rewarded for being here, right? And that lends to a reparations conversation, a veterans conversation of, the ones who put the work in. And so what they're doing is they're creating dissension, right?
Yeah.
Right in your face. They're going to make you turn on the Venezuelans. Because in the neighborhood, it's getting a little like, yo, bro, fuck we talking about here? You know what I mean? Yeah. And so they cook it up and then they back up because there's a cause and effect to everything. Yeah. So you just allow millions of people to come in here to this country from somewhere, and then you feed them first, you give them money, and then you go, we got a problem here. And you take the money away, what you think gonna happen? Yeah. Ain't nobody gonna let their babies go hungry. Right. Right? Especially if my daughter crying, I ain't lying. Y'all know the signs.
Yeah,
right?
Facts. Yep.
And that attributes to every race of people. No men in particular are gonna let their babies go hungry. Yeah. So you look like you got some snacks, whether it's your phone, your watch, you coming home with groceries, it's a wrap. It's over. Yeah. And they run in bunches. They run in bunches. Yeah. What you gonna do?
This is
right?
this is getting crazy, man. This is getting
So
crazy.
cause and effect. They lay it out, they cook up the stew. It's a social experiment. And when it goes wrong, their hands are tied. You or problem, reaction, solution. You are going to ask for the federal government to step in, the National Guard, to correct the problem that they created. And then they go, all right, y'all keep asking. And next thing you know, before you know it, you got the National Guard everywhere, and you're going, you know how niggas
Thank
get,
you.
hey, thank you. And then they don't leave. They clean up the problem. Listen to what I'm saying, brothers and sisters. They clean up the problem, and then they don't leave.
Yeah.
Because the inception has already been set. You've got used to seeing them. So now they're governing you.
Yep.
Yeah.
And there are, because next year, you know, those real IDs kick in next year.
Okay.
To where you can't even, like, if there's an extra step on your license now to even travel by train or plane interstate, not even like in the country.
Yes.
I mean, like to a different country.
Yes.
So that is something, again, I remember hearing about it. I remember, you know, just going, what? And then now it's already here. It's already here. They already did what they wanted to do. They already got it passed. And it's not, because before, America's so big that if you wanted to like escape somewhere, like if they were having mandates and lockdowns in this state and you wanted to go to this state, if you want to just bounce, if you like, you were able to just kind of do so.
Yeah.
Right now, the surveillance is getting even more, you know, tighter.
And it's going to be a chip in there that shows that your whereabouts and movements anyway.
Yep.
Between that, your Easy Pass, your phone, you're literally snitching on yourself every day you step outside. Let alone that the TVs have that sleep woke shit on it where you think it's off, but it's not off. Shit is on.
Yep.
Dude, you are, and the Wi-Fi going through the walls that can now pick up the images. Dude, there's nowhere to hide.
Yeah.
Unless you literally go underground on some enemy of the state shit.
Yeah.
Right? And so hiding is out of the business. Then you sit here, right? This is the ultimate grift. We was talking about grifts on the last show.
Yeah.
The world is a grift, Malcolm.
Yeah.
The actual world. You know 9/11 was some bullshit, but you go to the airport, take shoes off. You know it's grift. You wore that mask, even though you know that shit could not stop a deadly virus, but they still ran the play.
And they said it prior to. Oh, thank you for the super chat, true to the game. And they said it prior to.
Yeah.
Like they literally said, yeah, that won't work. And then everybody still had to wear one. Like that was crazy. That was wild time.
Everything we do is a part of a hustle on some level, in some capacity. We, a vibrant people who were connected to nature, even our underground movements were about us coming together. Now we sit here in front of our laptop and we podcast, right? So now the new revolutionary shit is sitting here, and then they throw you a couple of coins like a video game. Oh, your podcast got a certain amount of views, bling, and you get some coins, and you sit here and act like you're doing some shit. The cool thing about us is, even though we point out our own hypocrisy over here.
Facts.
You know, so we don't act like we're not. No, we're part of the grift. We all are part of some weird grifts. You know what I mean? That the government is running, that your neighbor is running, that the police is running, everybody, and we know it's a hustle. You know Christmas ain't real. You know Thanksgiving ain't about shit.
Yeah.
On Valentine's Day, 1 billion of you niggas all go to the same restaurant at the same time.
Yeah.
That's a grift.
Yeah.
The niggas who make that bullshit candy in them hearts
Yeah.
get paid. So when we speak about grifts, there's levels to everything that goes on, right? And we still participate in it. And I only say that to say, when I'm pointing out a grift or two, I'm not saying we are above, because no one is. There are spiritual grifts going on. Niggas telling you that they are intergalactic beings who have returned here to, do some shit for you. Some niggas is like thought mechanics and mind debogglers and mental push-up lifter brain. Niggas come up with all kind of shit. And you believe that shit. So I'm only saying that to say the government has found ways, and they get ready to run their next play. It's election time. Actually, they got to run this monkeypox or something. They get ready to run the next grift.
It's gonna be the listeria, however you say it.
Oh yeah, let's get into that shit.
Yeah, so there's been major recalls with Boar's Head, deli meats. I think 9 people have died from it.
And like 57. And Malcolm, I told you, the elders taught us, if they say it's 9 people, you times it by 9. So a lot more people have died, but they have to keep this thing down because of lawsuits. And so it's probably bigger than that. But they said the damn inspection people went in there and found all kind of
and here's the thing, I didn't realize this until I just didn't know until so listeria can live in a bunch of different stuff, not just deli meats.
Right.
Like it could live in fruits, like it could live in a lot of stuff. So that again, if you think about a different way, like a virus kind of pandemic thing graduates.
Yeah.
Or it just, or if they try to remix it, instead of it being in the air, it could be in every food
now
that you
it's in the food.
Eat. Right.
Dude, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Because it's like it could be anywhere, anytime.
Right.
And you know what I mean? This is something. But remember, this whole Mpox thing, or whatever they want to call it, is a cover-up, allegedly, for the effects of the jibbity jab.
I can see that. I can see that.
So people are coming up with HIV. Look, the HIV rate in Houston, we have a problem, right? Is so astronomical right now. How's that even humanly possible? Right?
Right.
But the gestation of the jibbity jab now, when our elders told us it'd be 3 and 4 years before the results of this really start. And so they can't have an HIV outbreak on their hand.
Yeah.
They can't have the clots and all of that other stuff. So the way you cover that up is you create a new disease, and you create the vaccine that's really addressing the first thing, but under the guise of some other shit.
Yeah.
Don't put that past these people. Because they get in their boardrooms and they go, okay, how can we stop this? How can we not, as Big Pharma, have to pay out, you know what I mean, this, that, just create another virus. And now we're chasing the other virus. But in the meantime, we're giving you something to, cure the first thing.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So, just something to think about. Is it time for a commercial?
No, let's keep going.
All right,
Real quick.
Keep going. All right.
College football started today. I think Colorado is playing North Dakota State today.
Oh, okay. That ought to be a good game. Good opening game.
But I did want to shout out Dion. I know people think I hate on Dion, but I did want to shout him out because he partnered with the local bank, and then they opened some bank accounts for some of the players on his team who have children. They opened bank accounts for the children. I thought that was really dope.
Let me clap that up.
Because
that is amazing stuff. Because what it speaks to is not generational wealth, but it's beginning to say, I'm investing in my children now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that whatever happens in my career, I've set this in stone. Dion, being a dad, understands the importance of that. And
Yeah.
it's important because most of us come from families where there was not a lot of wealth. We don't think about all of the things of planting the seeds because we ain't made it ourselves. I'm like, damn,
Right.
how the fuck you asking me for money? I just got the job. Let me get a check
Right.
first. And
Right.
so when you have children, you have no choice but to think about people other than yourself. So I think that that's an amazing thing. You know what I'm saying?
Dwayne, thank you for the super chat, bro. Thank you. Control what you can control. Let the chips fall. What else can you do? I agree, bro. I
Yeah,
agree.
I'm gonna agree
Do
with
what
that.
you can do.
And I speak
Do
a
what you
lot
can.
on what we
Yeah.
can control. The rest of it, why am I going to worry about
Yeah.
if something is going to come through and end the world? Then that means we all going to die. Shit.
Yeah. Like control, especially home base first. You know what I'm saying?
Yes. Yes.
Somebody said, Rashawn Gray said, they're going after Dion because we did. Humble opinion. I think they're going after
Because we
Dion
did?
because no, not we. I guess black people.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing black people. But here's the thing. Dion did it to himself. Anytime you are loud and proud at whatever it is, the media is looking to humble you. And if you are loud and proud, then you throw in a 4-8 season, then you are food for the media in the next upcoming season. Like I think that is math, bro. Like it is
Yeah.
just as the you could take any sport, take Dion out of it, right? Anything. If you are loud and then you have a bad season, they just did it to Noah Lyles, right? He came I think he came in third, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? He didn't win. They
Yeah.
came after him, right? So
Right.
it just is what it is. They're playing right now North Dakota State. I believe they are an FCS team. They're not an FBS team.
Okay.
So, and this is my rule of thumb for everybody who watches football. Don't buy into the hype until like week 6.
Okay.
Especially college football, because college football, they throw
The
in
schedule is
the
early. They throw a couple
Yeah.
of dum-dums your way. Right.
Yeah. Like don't get into it until like week 6.
When
and
the
then you
meat of the
start
schedule
taking
kick in. Yeah.
Yeah, they start, scheduling them real teams. Because right now, Bowling Green is going against Fordham University on TV. And Fordham, like, again, they're D1, but they're not D1. You know what I'm saying? They're not,
right.
they're not, you know what I'm saying? And
They
they
always
scored.
line up the good teams with a couple
Yeah.
of, warm-up games. Now, that
Right.
warm-up game for Fordham is huge because
Right,
they're playing up and they're
Right.
on national TV, and this does something for their program. But I
Right.
get it. It's all politics. It's all politics.
So,
Yeah.
I will be watching.
Yes.
course.
I think
I'll
they're
be
going to do
watching.
better this year than they did last year
Yeah.
if they keep all the distractions off the sideline. I have to add
So,
that.
Again,
That
shouting
was
out
cool
to
to build the program.
Yeah.
Let it go now. Now let your players, you don't want them looking over their shoulder at Lil Wayne and not,
Right.
the focus on the plays.
Right, and shout out to Dion again, because remember, even when he was at Jackson, he had his theme music he would come out to last year. He said, this year it's not about me, it's about the team. The team will have a theme song.
I love
so he
it.
asked the team to pick a theme song. So I'm like,
love
okay. I think he's learned from what happened last year, and I think
And maybe
it'll be
somebody
better.
got in his ear. Somebody
Yeah.
he trusts and said, okay, look, because it reminds me of before you went to jail, you was that dude. Everybody knew you was
Right.
legend. Then you come home 30 years later and you still think you the same legend. There are a few people who will prop you up, but it's a new generation now. So some
Yeah.
of the tactics Dion was using was prime time-ish for his era. But
Yeah.
don't write no checks that your players can't cash.
Right.
Right? He started writing checks, but he wasn't going to be out there shutting somebody down. He was expecting. And so let's remove all of that. Now it's time to coach. Now your son is in a unique position to be the #1 draft pick.
Yeah,
You
he's
know what I
making more
mean?
than some NFL players from his
Yeah.
NIL deal.
Yes. You know what I
I think
mean?
he's making like $4.5 million this year just in NIL.
Right. So allow them to, allow his play to position himself to be on a great team, and I think he will be good to go. So I'm all about, I call it how I see it. You winning and you doing great things. How can I not big that up? But when you start wilding, I start wilding. You know? Let's talk about Cam Newton.
Oh yeah, since we talking about football, so Cam Newton had what? You don't remember her name? Doctor.
I forget Doctor Sexy Pants. That's what I'm calling the shit. She's sexy as shit. I need therapy and shit now. Like, yeah, because I'm having Mama Dot, man, the way she doing, I need
Dr.
to talk
Brian,
to you.
Dr. Cheyenne Brian.
Yeah.
That's
I've been home. No, she's sexy, Mama Dot. She is one of them sexy doctors that I need a lot of therapy. Like, my life is screwed up. Can you get me on the calendar again?
Yeah.
Again, Anyway, he's sitting down having these conversations.
Yeah.
And he has stated to her he has 8 children with 3 different baby mamas. He wants more children, but he's not ready to get married.
And
now
she
went off.
Methodically, very politely cooked his ass. Like, I was just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Like, God damn.
Now, remember.
But he needed to hear it.
And not only that, Malcolm, remember, she's a psychologist.
Yeah.
So when other women would have been like, oh, that's some bullshit. You niggas is always acting that way. Shit, I got, that's why I don't fuck with none of my 7 baby daddies, because them niggas was all pieces of... No, she didn't do all of that. She methodically listened and went to work on his philosophy on being a great dad. Yeah. Because he claims he's a great dad.
Yeah.
He wants more children, but he don't want to commit. So what is he not wanting to commit to? See, we got to get out of this mindset that because you have the money to service the needs of the children, right? That catapults you into a sphere of being a great dad. There's so many levels to it. It's ridiculous. And so your mother is not worthy of me marrying and committing to her, but you are here. Now, this is my take. The part of his conversation that really got me, okay, you got 3 baby mamas, you got 8 kids. I can't go back and say what you should have did. It's the continued philosophy in his behavior, right?
Yeah.
He's saying, I want more kids, but I don't want to go, I finally found the right woman. He's fucked the woman. She's just a vessel to bring these kids in. I ain't ready for that commitment. And so these women, the way a lot of them took it is, so I am just like a pod that you plant a seed in and bring forth, the baby, but all of the other intricate aspects that go with that. And there are so many levels to this, Malcolm. When a woman is pregnant and she mad at the father, what the fuck does that do to the child? If we want to start nitpicking, but when she is happy in that environment, what does that do to the child? And so there's so many levels to what he was saying that was kind of off kilter, but it runs right into the energy and the ecosystem of podcasts with men and women, black men and women in this day and time. Yeah. It's just that she was classy about it.
Yeah, that was what I'm not gonna say I wasn't expecting that. I wasn't expecting him to let her talk. You get what I'm saying? Because usually when it gets to these topics, it's very contentious. It's very no, boom. But I think they allowed each other to speak, which I appreciated. She was very articulate in what she had to say. I think she laid it out. When it comes to Cam and what he was talking about, I just hate the fact that he looked so much like a little boy
in that situation,
in that conversation, right? You have kids, cool. You're a millionaire. You're a Heisman Trophy winner, NFL MVP.
And side note, remember he called that reporter Sweetie back in the days at the podium.
Yes.
Go ahead, Sweetie.
Right.
And
That's
so
right. That's right.
they took that like, what do you mean,
I
sweetie?
remember that. I remember that.
You
I
never call
totally
the rest of
remember
these
that.
niggas like, you know,
Yeah.
so show me the respect as being a reporter. Go ahead.
Right. Right. So in him talking about like him, I want even more kids, but I'm not ready for marriage. And people have their feelings about marriage. People have their feelings about, things like that. But to want more kids, and I have this self realization that, listen, like what I'm doing here is not helping, in the long run, it's not helping these kids. It's creating, somebody's losing time. You know what I'm saying? Whether you like it or not, whether you want to admit it or not, somebody is losing time here.
And what's his definition of a broken home, Malcolm? He didn't think that these homes were broken.
Right. Because he thinks I have money, so I'm okay, and I'm able to provide. Because that's also another thing too. We grow up in our communities. We say if you don't have the kids, if you can't afford them,
Right.
right? So he's going, I can afford them. I can afford anything I want, so I can do anything I want.
Right.
That's the mindset. That's the mindset Nick Cannon has. He feels like I could keep having babies as long as I have the money to do so, and they'll be straight. But
And I disagree. That math is not mathing.
Yeah.
Now, what I'm not going to do is criticize somebody for making mistakes in their life. The first time it's a mistake. Second time, when it's a continued behavior, it is deliberate in that sense. And you think that money can, wash over this. And the children want time. I tell people that all the time. They would rather have the time than the money. The money is needed, of course, for school and this and that. But when you talk about raising children, because how is that any different than all of the kids who grew up without their father in the hood, except that they didn't have money? They still survived. But most of them will tell you, hey, I just wanted to see my dad at the game. Like, I just wanted, you know what I mean? Or this and that.
His parents are married, so it's not like they've been married like 30 years or something like that. So it's not like he doesn't have the example of,
right, and that's
a married
touchy
couple
subject for some. And again, I'm not knocking your mistakes, but to say that this is the behavior that you want to continue going forward with.
Yes.
Like, so where does it end?
Yeah.
You're gonna have 12 kids, 5 baby mamas, and you the king. Like, okay, I get it. To each his own. Side note, Marlon Wayans' baby moms is suing him.
For what?
She's getting $18,000 a month right now. The baby is 1. She wants more money. That's not enough money for her to live and take care of the baby. Right? Now, $18,000 a month. Even Mama Dot, like, what the fuck's going on here?
18,000 could solve a lot of problems in this household.
Oh my God. But let's put it in context. Context. When they was together, she's probably used to a certain lifestyle, even though this is technically not supposed to be about her.
Yeah.
The expenses, the Pampers that this baby wear are gold lace Pampers. So that when the doo-doo and piss hit it, it creates a mechanism and device that massages the baby's booty. I don't know what kind of doctor's appointment this baby's going to. That 18, which is $250,000 a year, basically, to take care of this child. The child ain't in school. Maybe it's babysitters, nannies, gold lace diapers, Cambodian breast milk. I'm trying to make a point for her here, Your Honor. Maybe it's all of those things that 18,000 is not enough. So
listen, you got to vet before you spread your seed, man.
Yeah, but it's hard to vet when okay, you're a celebrity. So everybody you meet, as far as you know, is after your money.
True
what
that.
I mean?
True that.
And so you're like, some chicks play the short game, right?
Yeah.
Some chicks play the long game.
Yeah. Shout out to Tyrese, because he is going through it. Like, he is using these podcast platforms as his personal therapy sessions. Like every podcast he just did Club Shay Shay, and he said if Shannon's team lets that interview go unedited and just let it go, he said it's gonna do Cat Williams numbers.
That's a lie, but
That's a
you know, I understand what he's in his moment right now. He has a new album coming out, and he wants to
just put
show,
out like a short movie or something.
Yeah, I think he just put out a short movie. But all
he's
I
cosplaying
remember
Marvin Gaye
is
again.
this. What do you want from me?
Yeah,
$18,000 a month for the baby. What do you want from me? That's all the fuck I remember. I'm like, nigga, shut the fuck up, nigga.
Yeah.
Grow some balls, nigga.
Yeah.
And so, you know, just putting it out there. Yeah.
Okay.
Nobody doing those cat numbers. Side note, Steve Harvey, he coming after Cat now. You know, he said.
Well, listen. He did the right thing because he waited the wave out.
Yes.
He waited the wave out. Now, if Cat Williams had put out a good special when he did, the wave would still be going on. But people conveniently forgot all about that because, you know.
And Steve said, oh, I wish it would. I ain't the way I used to be, but I sure could still throw a right-hand hook. And I'm like, Steve, you hitting a nigga that's 4'7", you get no points for that, Steve.
Yeah.
In fact, I think I'll take Cat in the fight. Malcolm is looking at me like, what the fuck are you talking about? I saw Cat run a 4.9.
I saw Cat Williams get beat up by an 8th grader, man.
He did. That 8th grader was duffing his ass out. That 8th grader. But I'm going to tell you, how old is Steve? 60-something? Trust me, you can't. If I throw a quick left jab, nigga, my arm will be out for 3 weeks, nigga. So I already know if I got to fight you, I told you, we going to be talking for a while. I got to stretch. Mama Doc got to put the Bengay on my back. And listen. Bring him in close and wrestle him to the floor, Dad. Don't try to, you know, because I think I still got it, you know, but no. No. The thought of me bobbing and weaving is going to hurt something.
Yeah.
Right? You know I know 52 block, Malcolm. You know I know 52 block. But it's probably down to a 22 block now. I like all the other moves that go with it. I don't know that shit.
22. You only got half of it?
I only know half of the shit, like 12 blocks. After it's sort of like when I went to karate school, I told you. I paid for these lessons right here. A block. And then my mother stopped making the payments, and I had to look at the karate school from outside. I didn't even get the white belt. I had to use the belt I came there with. They said,
my God.
act like it's a white belt or something. Yeah,
goodness.
When you get older, you forget all of the jailhouse blocks, nigga, you know? So I'm gonna take Cat on his speediness. You know what I mean? Zip, you know, where did that, I don't know where, here around here somewhere, you know, that's what I would do. Yeah.
Nice. So we're going to take a quick commercial break.
Yeah.
And we'll be right back.
Thank you for showing up today.
Don't touch that down.
Welcome to Turn a New Leaf, where we believe in the power of nature to heal and transform. In a world filled with synthetic solutions, we offer a different path. A path rooted in ancient wisdom. Just as every leaf in nature has the potential to change and grow, so too do we have that potential and power to transform our lives. Our mission is simple: empowering individuals to reclaim control of their health. Behind every product is our team that is dedicated and committed to harnessing the power of nature to provide you with safe, effective solutions. So whether you're looking to support your immune system, improve your digestion, lose weight, or simply enhance your overall well-being, we have something for you. So take the first step on your journey to optimal health. Visit our website today and start turning a new leaf with Turn a New Leaf. Nature's solution for a healthier, happier you. See you on the other side of health.
Hello, wealthy family. This is Chanel, Ascending Infinite Goddess, sending infinite thanks to your higher selves, your legions of angels, your ancestors, your spirit animals, and divine source itself for allowing us to continuously connect in this time and space. I am so grateful to be a beautiful vessel to assist you on your journey and help facilitate healing. Be sure to visit my website, www.ascendinginfinitegoddess.com, where you can view my blogs, exclusive videos, and schedule all of your services. I can also be reached at 786-828-8722. Be sure to also view my YouTube channel, where I have hundreds of videos for you on your spiritual journey. Thank you so much, wealthy family. And until we connect again, stay alert, stay aware, and live in love.
Hi, this is the Black Dot, and I'm running for president. As your president, I promise to bring you the leadership that this country deserves. I promise to be tough on police brutality, and that includes Karens. I plan to be great when it comes to health care for the elderly and the disabled. I promise to help minorities get small business loans, because Black lives do matter. The Black Dot promises to provide leadership that this country has never seen before. Assata Shakur, come on home. I also promise to help students lower their tuition so that going to college and furthering their education is not a burden. After 400 years of struggling in this country, reparations is on the way. That I can promise you. I promise to be better than the candidates that are available. Look at the candidates who are available. One is senile, and one asks you to drink bleach. That's right, bleach. This is the Black Dot. When you go to the polls, write in my name. This is the Black Dot, and I approve this message. Yeah.
And we're back. And we are back.
We are back. You know I got a campaign going. You're going to vote for me. Keep that running. So I was stopping gang violence out there, giving black people jobs. Assata can come home, reparations, all the things that matter to us.
Jeez.
You heard? So Malcolm.
Yo.
I want to switch gears because one of my UX90, one of our UX90 supporters, son is, he's got a campaign going.
Yes.
All right, so let's get that up on the screen here. Reginald's pop-up store. Let's clap that up. Let me read. It says, please support the Beta Tau chapter as a donation to us helps better support on-campus endeavors for all students and help feed your belly. 50% of each purchase benefits the fundraiser. Now, they are selling popcorn. Now, I'm going to speak from experience. That popcorn is good. That's good goddamn popcorn. You know me, I'm a popcorn, connoisseur. Yeah, I'm a connoisseur. And I've had this fundraiser popcorn. It's very good. And so we want to support. The link is in the description, yes?
It's in the description. Yes, it is.
He was trying to raise $1,000. He's already at $800. Say it again? Yeah, put it in the chat and all that. So he's already reaching close to his goal, and you get some popcorn out the deal. Yes. Clap that up. At least you get something out of that. I told you it was a girl in my neighborhood. She been running $1 goddamn raffle for 30 years. Every time I see her, she make me reach in my pocket and give her $1. And she gives me a raffle ticket. I never win. I never know when the drawing is, ever. And it's the longest grift. Her grift is longer than any grift for any school or anything I've ever seen. Because it's just $1. See, she got, she's penny pinching, and you know her, you just reach and give her $1.
Yeah.
I'll be like, and then I fuck with her sometimes. I'm like, so when is the drawing? A Thursday. I'll be there. And she be like, okay. Well, damn well I ain't showing up. One day I'm going to show up to the goddamn drawing and be the only person there. Be like, where the hell's the TV you promised? Shit. Also, Brother Oba is giving a special protection for the election protection, where he's running a sale, $74 between now and the election to kind of get you lined up, get you in tune with what's coming. He told me today that Project 2025 shit is a ruse. He said that's the shit to keep you looking this way. He said it's something else coming down the pipe that he did the research on that's heavy. So we'll have to get Oba on so we can go through that. And I believe we put that in the chat too, or you go to obadina.com and get on his schedule, right? We as individuals never walked alone. We need help from the other side. We need people who can read those cards. We need people who can
legit
throw those
people.
shells. Huh?
Legit. I said legit people because Oba's the real deal.
Listen, I vet everybody by going through their service on my channel. I'm not gonna have you up here making crazy claims. Absolutely not.
Yeah, that's
Right?
a lot. That's the reason why a lot of these podcasts go off topic real quick, but because they are interview based and you run the risk of just kind of running out of people to interview.
Right.
So it gets to a point where you got to keep up with content. You got to keep up with the algorithm. So now you're not really vetting as tight as you need to. And that's why a lot of these shows have gotten in trouble for not for what they're doing, for what they're allowing to be platformed.
Well,
so that's the rough part.
And I think that's what makes our show unique, because we don't interview people on this show.
Yeah, rarely.
There are 2 or 3 people who I don't even consider them interviews. They got something to say. A.A. Rashid, Oba, a few other people. Those are really not interviews. That's just me hollering at my people. And it's the main reason is for that reason, right?
Yeah.
And so I don't want to be associated with whatever it is you're doing. And then, watch this. If your interview leads to an affiliation program for me, right? Because you told people to sign up for something, and what they don't know is I made a percentage on that, right? What happens is now I'm culpable. Now I was in on the grift or the hustle, no matter what it is, because I made me some chips off that too, and so that's very important. You know what I mean? And so if we ask you to buy something here. Now, we're not perfect, but we try our best to vet. Now, if you don't get your popcorn, don't blame me for that. We're not making no money off that shit. If homie don't bring you the popcorn, I think he will. You get the popcorn. Reginald was my guy. So, Now, and that leads me into this, Malcolm, before we get back into the show. On Monday's show, we covered some really good topics on investments, on business, and there was an underlying question that was asked to me. What about the gathering of the masters, Dot? You talking about conferences and this and that. You just came from a conference and this and that. Let me explain something to you, and this is no cap. Rich had 1,000 people at this event, as opposed to 20,000 people. Bear with me. There was no VIP tickets, none of that shit sold, and you were the VIP. If you showed up early, you got to sit in the front.
Yeah.
You showed up late, you sat in the back, which was fair. Each and every speaker who came off the stage, save for Drew Pookum, because that's just not how she get down, they walked through the crowd. They hugged people. They took pictures with people. They shook hands. They greeted people. Then they went to their booth. They did readings, consultations, sold you actual things. The pricing was $111. Rich kept the pricing low. Now, let me tell you something very clever that Rich did. The vendors at this event, in a lot of instances, had more clout than the goddamn speakers. The vendors were more famous and had more clout than a lot of the featured speakers. So you had this weird dynamic, right? That wherever you were being greeted, right? By people who put their arms around you, took pictures with you, shared their stories, right?
Yep.
Red pill, blue pill, KT the Arts degree, Ross Ben, Hank Risen, Sharif Day, Black Dot, Soleil, Professor Griff, Aquarius Maxis. These people were all reachable. Nobody had bodyguards. None of that shit was going on. Everything was, and I'm speaking from personal experience. I started not to go to this event, if you remember, because I was going to Vegas the week after. I said, it's just too much, right? Mama Dot said, we going to this event. I'm glad I came because the event turned into a thank you, give you your flowers tour for all of us. The underlying theme there was thank you, Black Dot. Thank you for walking us through the pandemic, you and your son. Thank you for, you and your family being this. Thank you for showing up every Monday and Thursday. And so everybody was just saying thank you. And everybody I mentioned have been in this specific community for 20 years or better. So I'm just trying to show you the difference in the dynamics here. Anything more than 1,000 people may have been off rails. Now watch this. Another reason I started not to go is because I do agree the linear aspect of sitting down and listening to lectures, I think we are way beyond that. But this is what Rich did that was unique. Every speaker had an hour and a half. He gave the vendors an hour and a half to vend in between each speaker. That was when the place was dynamic. It was lit. I've been doing lectures for years. I've never done nothing this big, but you catch a few people coming in. There's one break.
Yeah.
Right? And then if you leave and you might catch somebody and you feel unfulfilled as a vendor because you didn't have your time.
And everybody was in the same place too.
Everybody was in the same place. And so what happened was I had an hour and a half, 4 times, sometimes 5 times before the night was over. Yep. Right? So now watch this. On the way home, I'm already saying, yeah, Mama Dot, I got to talk to Rich because she said, if you don't shut the fuck up, clearly leave Rich alone. She said, he did an amazing job. I said, no, he did a fantastic job, but my business mind was already working toward next year. She said, there's a time and a place for that, and now was not the time. See, that's why you got to have beautiful women around you who tell you, let Rich have his moment. What him and his wife pulled off, because I know behind the scenes, these lecturers all have egos. They start counting your pockets. They want more money. They see how many people coming through the door. Somebody said they was going to do something. They bail out. Him and his wife did an amazing job. She said, let him have his moment. Then 4 months down the line, get on the phone with him and say, hey, Rich, if you're going to do this again next year, these are some of the things, you can do. And I'm so glad she did, because he did an amazing job. And nobody on that stage made any astronomical claims about they were going to enlighten you, or they taught what they taught.
Yeah,
right?
Everybody stayed in their lane.
Everybody stayed in their lane, and it really was a love fest for the vendors and everyone else when 1,000 people showed up just to say thank you. So I want to make that clear. Now, let's have a business moment, Malcolm.
Okay.
For us to go to Atlanta, we had to buy 3 plane tickets, 2 hotel rooms, a van or minivan. We had to mail 12 boxes of merchandise, each approximately 50 pounds each, to my cousin's house. We had to eat, blasey. We were down 5 racks before Rich let anybody in the door. If I'm lying, I'm flying.
Yeah.
Right? So the first night, we barely broke even. Right?
Yep.
Now, keep in mind, we also had to make 500 t-shirts that said Gathering of the Masters and some handbags, sizes, blah, blah, blah. We didn't even make that the second night. Right?
Yeah.
Now, if I'm lying, let me know. I could not get paid. Am I lying?
Nope.
When we did the math, one of us had to take one for the team in order for us to kind of make it worth it. I could not get paid. So I'm just showing you another side of the business. If we lived
breakfast,
there,
not to mention breakfast.
Right, breakfast and all the other stuff we did, right? If we lived there, it'd be different, because I wouldn't have had no plane tickets, no hotels. So when you understand the dynamics, but I'm still glad we went, because we made more than money back. To be able to bring our UX90 family around us and to hear all of them thank yous, that's something you can't put a price on.
Yeah.
However, I already had in my mind, I'm going to have 4 or 5 racks to take to Vegas and get my poor man ball out on. I know that sounds like an oxymoron, a poor man ball out, right? But, you got 4 or 5 racks. I'm at the blackjack table, like, how much a hand? $50 a hand is nothing. It's nothing. Keep them coming. It's nothing. About 7 or 8 hands in. Now, this is something now.
Yeah.
Come on. So me and Eli were relegated to the 25% slot machine. We called on Jesus. We said, Jesus, if you are real, grace us with your presence, Lord. Allow this machine to ring so we can continue to do your work, Lord. Right? And so I just want to give you the good, the bad, and the ugly of the Gathering of the Masters, how money is made, how money is lost, the whole 9 yards. The last thing I'm going to say about this, and I'm done with it. The point I was trying to make about the earn your leisure stuff, the most simplest way is, you wouldn't have kindergartners in the room with 1st graders, 3rd graders, 5th graders, 8th graders, 9th graders, seniors, and above, right? When you take 20,000 people, and I'm dealing with times tables of business, or my subtraction, you might be dealing with calculus of business, you might be dealing with algebra of business. The niggas on the stage is talking quantum physics, right?
Yeah.
So you got 1st graders, 2nd graders, everybody piled into one room. What universal message could you give? But keep trying, work hard.
Yeah.
So that kindergartners and everybody in between could reach. That's probably the best scenario I can give you on how to break down what I was trying to articulate.
No. That's a great, as somebody said, great analogy.
Always come back.
And
What you won.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean?
And what you put out always comes back, as Mama Dot said. Right? So I didn't make any money at the Gathering of the Masters, but you guys were out there selling. I was on the side. I even got in the car. But I won the Ghetto Lotto.
Came to you anyway.
You know?
Yeah, it came to you anyway. Absolutely.
Something to think about, something I wanted to share. So when people start comparing the conferences, I thought that was the overall difference. And I didn't go to Earn Your Legion. I'm pretty sure some people got some benefit, but just in the structure of it and the framework of it. Yeah.
Got you.
Hold on.
All right, let's get some more stuff.
You're listening to the sounds of Urban X.
Yo, we didn't talk about this. Mariah Carey's mom and her sister, they both passed on the same day last weekend.
Yeah, I think it was Saturday, bro. What are the odds?
Like a couple hours of each other, right?
Yeah, condolences. First of all, condolences when you lose your mother and your sister at any given time, but on the same day has to be traumatic for Mariah. So we want to send our condolences. But what are the odds that this happens in your life? And that day will always be etched in stone in your life. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I was just like, sheesh. Yeah. So condolences. We didn't talk about that on Monday, so I just kind of wanted
Also, Malcolm, Irv Gotti had a stroke.
Yeah. What is that about?
Irv Gotti had a stroke, and I think it was a month or two ago, and they was able to keep it quiet, but now it's out, and they said he's got a walker and he's trying to recover. So shouts out to Irv Gotti. Let's hope he gets well. He made a statement, and I don't know if it was him or his family. He said, the only thing worse than getting old is not getting old. And I thought that was deep because he's just trying to say,
he happy to be here.
Granted, yeah. Shit, I want to just get old now. Yeah. And here it is, a stroke can take any one of us out at any given time. And so, let's hope that he recovers. We spoke about Scarface and T-Bars last week, and I haven't had any updates on them. And so there's a lot of death and health issues, going on right now.
Yeah, especially within our community. And Irv, living that rapper lifestyle, who knows what his health situation is and now, really is. And
on the road, your diet is poor. Now, he hasn't been on the road in a while, but I'm speaking from experience. You eat nothing healthy on the road because you flying into these cities, it's late night. And so you drink, you smoke, and you eat bad food. Yeah. Now, when you come off the road and now your life is a little bit more settled, you still carry those bad habits with you. Yeah. So you drink, you smoke, because everything is a celebration in the music industry. Deals are cut in bars and strip clubs and this and that. So you're always around that as an environment. And so a lot of them artists have bad health.
Gotcha.
All right. Unless you a Hotep rapper, Speaking of Hotep, Malcolm.
What happened? Oh, God.
I got to throw this out there because we're having a sale.
Oh, God.
Now, I got to reframe your thinking about my Kente stuff, Malcolm. I think every person should have a Hotep emergency outfit in their closet somewhere. Now you can wear the traditional dashiki, because you never know when a Hotep event gonna pop up, and you got to get cultural. Our shit has a little style to it. Yeah, it's got the African arms, and we're letting these go. These gonna be going for $20. Okay, and I got the baseball jersey, I got the dress one, I got this one. So I'm trying to reframe your thinking. If you don't have a Hotep emergency kit in your closet, you need one. Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
Translation, I gotta get rid of this shit,
ShopUrbanX.com.
ShopUrbanX.com. It'll be up soon. And you'll be like, what?
We should
for
put
$20,
that together.
I think I will put that in my closet.
We should put together like a real kit. That's a good skit.
Yeah.
That's a good skit.
Hell yeah.
Actually, Emergency Hotep kit. You know what I mean?
Emergency Hotep kit. What am I
Emergency
gonna wear?
Hotep kit.
Damn, every time I talk to her, she talking shea butter and
Yeah.
she talking that
Yeah.
Nubian shit. I want to
You-
impress her. I ain't
met
got
an
nothing.
empress.
Ha! Urban X sold me
Oh,
the
snap.
Hotep
Oh.
kit, and we'll
snap.
send it to you with the key buzzwords. Hotep, my Nubian queen, you are the sunshine, your effervescence and your chakras are glowing. Your auric field is vibrating on levels that speak to my upper, I'll give you all the words to go with it so that you have the look and the vernacular. Can't just have the look. You see what I'm saying? Never know. Never know.
The show almost got crashed just now.
You got to think about it,
The show almost got crashed by Noble just now.
Oh, he almost crashed us?
Yeah,
My
yeah,
guy.
because sometimes he'll go to bed. He was in bed, but he'll wake up and come in here, and I gotta put him back, and
Okay, yeah.
that was interesting just now. That was crazy.
Yeah, somebody said Dot refused to take a L on them shirts. You damn right. I'm going to create a whole bunch of scenarios.
And guys, I want you to know, we told him, we told him,
Yeah, they did.
and then, yeah, so it's okay. It's all right.
I got colors of this shit. So she won't think you a phony, like, oh, he just wore his one Hotep outfit. No, bitch. I got colors of this shit. How long we gonna be dating before I get that box? You gotta map that out in about 4 days. We're gonna go to a vegan restaurant.
She goes by Empress.
We're gonna sit in a square place. I'm gonna do a little meditation at one of her events.
Yeah.
And, then I'm gonna take her to the crib. I'm gonna have incense burning.
You know what I'm
Put a
saying?
little sage out that my man gave me. You know what I'm talking about? By the fourth
Couple
time.
crystals.
Yeah,
Crystals
some
on the
crystals
table.
out. Yeah, I did a little reading on it. That's the quartz. That's the onyx. I'm just studying it, boo. Then about the fourth, fifth visit, I'm gonna lay it down, and then I'm back to normal. It's too late now. I'm a regular knuckle dragging, chicken eating nigga. But you gotta come on, guys, come on.
You know what I'm saying? Grand Rising Queen. We're gonna have all that in the kit. We're gonna have
All of that in the kit.
The what you say, what they say, your response is all that in the kit for you. We got you.
And we're gonna have the news that you need to be up on, intergalactic shit, couple of videos you gotta watch. Gotta watch these so that when niggas start talking the
list of books,
quantum
you know what I'm saying?
realms and shit.
ISIS papers, you know what I'm saying?
Papers, you know what I'm saying? Because I see
Hip Hop
the way
Decoded.
Yeah, the way I see it,
You know
the
what I'm
way the
saying?
universe is structured, and
Yeah.
the parallel possibilities.
Yeah.
We'll hook you up. Yeah, I'm gonna hook you up. Yeah, it's a Hotep liquidation sale. Yeah, because you never know.
We got you.
All right, let's get to this. Oh, let's get that out of the way. That was a clap for what's coming.
So everybody is mad at Keith Lee for his latest food tour run that he's been going on because I think in DC he didn't really have a good experience out there.
Right.
He said some of the spots they weren't sanitary, and he has a shellfish allergy, and he got some food that would smell just like fish, and he was just like, "What the hell?" They was cooking it in the same oil, so
that's bad. I've had that. Bad.
Yeah. So he didn't really have a good experience out there. He said, "I didn't really have nothing nice to say." So it's crazy how it takes like 2 years, a year and a half, maybe 2 years, for something that happened organically for people who rooted for you to get behind, to find a lot of negative in what you're doing. It takes like a year, 18 months to 2 years for that to happen. Now people going, Keith Lee don't have a good palate. Keith Lee never know where to go. Keith Lee, people complaining.
It's a dude named Ant Glizzy.
Oh yeah,
who basically almost damn near put a hit out on him.
Yeah,
from DC and coming out city with that bullshit. And so now he's dealing with that backlash for stuff. And you're right, it's run its course, right?
Yeah.
And now, because when you have power, and your opinion matters,
Yeah.
all the politics can. It's a black brother. You know his name. He's one of the biggest social influencers. He do a lot of tech stuff on YouTube.
Marquise
Yes.
Browning.
Yes. He got in trouble. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? From one of them corporations because he gave a negative review or something, and it made him realize the power that he had.
Like the
And so-
stock fell like after
Yes.
his review.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
Keith Lee is in a situation now, all organic. He created it, right?
Yep.
But now there is a positive and negative effect of everything that you do, right? So as more positive as you are, you create the negative vacuum, which is the polar. And if people begin to fill that side of the void, now you in a situation, and something that you was doing honestly turns into something else.
And I'm telling you, it goes. I said this a couple shows ago. It comes out to like podcast brain and Twitter brain, because like now people, like the best podcasts are the ones with some kind of controversy, some kind of negative stuff happening, some kind of drama. The best tweets are the same thing, like something witty after some kind of drama, you exposing somebody. So now, as I've said, people are finding negative stuff at Keith Lee, and it pays. It's a cool thing to be as a contrarian.
Yes.
So everybody is happy Keith Lee is positive. Now you don't like that his palette is not good, and you bougie, and you don't need to be listening to him anyway. And Keith Lee is probably taking payola, and Keith Lee is. It's a mess, bro. Like,
and I'm gonna say it again. Once you create something positive, the negative equivalent already exists.
Yeah.
And then when somebody takes the negative position, they become empowered to represent everybody who felt that way. Skip Bayless is a perfect example.
Yeah.
He took the LeBron shit and said, everybody riding the LeBron wave, I'm gonna step on because there's no way you humanly can hate somebody that much. You may not agree with LeBron or he ain't the greatest, that's fine. The energy that people put into filling, so it's a science to it. It's not that the other one don't exist, they both exist at the same time. But when someone takes the position and feeds off the energy that's there, because it's unfiltered, touched energy.
Yeah.
The views, because that's just how the brain works, right?
Yeah.
And somebody out there, Earn Your Leash is another example, right? Mm-hmm. So here it is, they're doing in their mind, which is positive work. Along comes JT, the pocket watcher, right? Not saying that what he's saying wasn't valid, but he represented the technical aspect, and he started crossing T's and dotting I's and vetting shit, and it led to a situation which is the opposite dynamic. And you come across as a hater a lot of times. And so when I say positive and negative, I don't necessarily mean good and bad, just the polar opposite of the position of the energy you've built.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, this is science.
Absolutely. All right, let's get to some more stuff. Oh, I wanted to talk about this because I was confused. Chick-fil-A is trying to start a streaming service.
Yeah, I heard this on, I think it was WorldStar.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't understand. What are they going to be streaming about? Like chicken sandwiches or?
So now, right?
Movies with only chicken in it? Chicken Little?
No clue. Because now there are a lot of shows, or not a lot of companies, not shows, a lot of companies who are trying to dip their toe into another industry because they probably see it is lucrative, right? So recurring revenue subscription services, it is the new thing now because it will kind of hedge your business against different market turns and what can kind of happen, right? So Chick-fil-A, I saw the numbers. They lose like billions a year just by not being open on Sundays. That's how much
Right.
business they get.
Right.
Right. So a streaming service, I don't know what the thinking was that. I don't know what executive in the boardroom came up with that one. That's different, right? But on a flip side, Amazon, right? They just signed the Kelece Brothers podcast to $100 million deal, right?
Yes.
I didn't know, but so it's not Amazon directly; it's Amazon's company Wondery, right?
Okay.
Right, but them even signing up the Kelece Brothers to $100 million deal is them really trying to like stake their claim that, okay, we're here in the podcast business now, because Sirius just signed that girl from the Call Her Daddy podcast to $120 million deal.
I forget her name. Yeah.
You're right. So Alex Cooper, that's her name.
Alex
so
Cooper.
There is an arms race as to, all these companies trying to infiltrate these other industries that they're not completely in.
Well, the Amazon one makes a lot of sense because they sell products.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so if you have digital products that you sell, books, hats, an Amazon podcast makes all the sense in the world because it's integrated into right? So your podcast is supposed to be an extension of what it is that you are about. And now you have a platform to talk about why your jams and jellies are the best, right? Now, over the course of time, just being honest, I don't want to hear about jelly and jam for 500 fucking shows. And so therefore, there needs to be some real substance, and this is why podcasts don't last. They come out the gate strong. In 15 shows, you done talked about jelly and jam so much, there's nothing else to talk about. I done showed y'all how to make it. I done showed y'all the secret ingredient. I done showed you it all over my son's face. And so now, you like, I get it. Y'all make jam. And those podcasts are not sustained. The Kelece Brothers are connected to who? Taylor Swift.
Taylor Swift, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So you have that. The Kelece Brothers, or at least one of them, is on a championship team now that sells what? Merch. Yeah. Right? Kansas City merch. So they have a way to get their money back. But the reason most podcasts don't last is because there has to be a level of sustainability. Our podcast is based on the niggotry, you call it news, right?
Yes.
That takes place every week. As long as you keep niggering, we keep newsing. Yeah. Right? Yeah. Now, behind the scenes, sometimes we be digging like, yo, Malcolm, niggas ain't doing nothing this week. Like, what are we gonna talk about here? So we're like the funeral home. We need death. Funeral homes need death, right? You can call it what you want to call it, right? And so, but because the news is ever changing and ever going, we can sit here for 500 shows and have a show. But if your show is talking about black women against black men, how many times can you say the black woman ain't shit? How many times can she say niggas ain't shit? How many times can these women shows talk about, well, my butthole and this and that, and I like it? That soon that runs out. And so while there was a gold rush of podcasts that came out, the sustainability, only the strong will survive. And we at show 490.
Got that up. Clap that up. Clap that up.
About, as Red Pill was saying, I'm talking about? Yeah.
So for Amazon, because you have to think about it. Podcasts, YouTube channels, they are the new media, right? Radio shows, they only play music because in between that, they can, because of advertising.
Right.
Newspapers the same way. right? So the reason why, little history lesson, that baseball is called America's pastime is not because it's the most popular sport in America. It never was. It was always football. But baseball season, how many games? 182 games. I can sell
62
more
games, yes.
Right, I can sell more papers.
Yes.
Because baseball season is going on, right?
Yes.
And if I sell more papers, I can sell more advertising space in those papers, right? YouTubers, if you don't know, YouTubers who get paid off of views because of advertisers getting placed in between the videos, right? So that's what happens. So Amazon being the everything store, if I'm playing content in between, this is what they did when they streamed the NFL game.
Yes.
They played commercials based upon your particular shopping data, your shopping algorithm, what you've been looking at. Now they can do the same thing with a podcast who gets views. Now, I've never watched a full episode of their show. I've watched clips, and the clips themselves were very entertaining. Right?
Yes.
So, but I don't know, what they were talking about.
Right.
They were talking about like NFL stuff. They were talking like little stories here and there. They were interviewing other players and stuff like that.
So it's a market for that.
So now they don't have to sell only jam. Dad, they can sell what the hell you were just looking for in between their show.
Right.
Which is revolutionary.
Now, and I agree. And one thing I hate, since you mentioned it, I hate when I'm watching somebody's YouTube channel and every 3 minutes a commercial pops up. Don't you hate that shit?
It's a little.
They set that themselves.
Yeah.
They have the power to set that. And some of them every 3 minutes, you're like, bro, if you don't fucking let me see right? So it's because they're trying to get their numbers up. And YouTube used to be a place you went to avoid commercials. Now the shit is everywhere because everyone is trying to sell you a lifestyle, a philosophy, a vision, a shirt, some medical stuff. And so that's what this is boiled down to. And Amazon may have just struck gold. As a matter of fact, I'm getting my pitch deck ready for Amazon.
Facts.
Shit, my
$100
shit
million,
there.
guys, $100 million. Yeah, listen, if we ever get a deal like that, I'm not going to blast it, but there will be signs. Right? There will be some very clear signs. Like, I'm going to be acting so much different.
No, me, I'm going to have a big cigar out, big gold chains,
you know what I'm saying?
Dripping with ice. Get my motherfucking Earn Your Leisure on. Don't come over here with that bullshit. You peasants.
Getting a velour suit.
You
getting
peasants,
a velour suit, some
you niggas
real
is
dark
below
shades.
me now. Sunday morning meetup. Not no time for that shit. I don't have time for that shit no more. Meeting up with you peasants on Sunday talking about your problems. I ain't got them problems. I got rich person problems now. Where my money, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Fuck wrong with y'all. Put my ashes out on you niggas. Fuck wrong with y'all. I'm dead ass. New Escalades running through this bitch. New cars every week. I'll be running you through my garage. What car will be in this
We got
week.
the same 24 hours. You know?
Yeah, you got the same 24 hours as me. You got to apply yourself, nigga. Yeah, I'm way up. I'm all the way up. Nothing can stop me.
Oh, God.
Shit. Doc, you think you can help you out? Better help yourself, nigga.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps.
Pull yourself up by your bootstraps, nigga.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I'm doing all that shit. I got
There
rich
will be
people
signs.
problems, nigga.
Yeah, there will be signs, guys.
Yeah, gonna be some signs.
Oh, my God.
My hairline, everything is gonna be where it need to be. New choppers, hairline is fresh.
Yeah.
Everything, shades on every time I come on the show.
Yeah.
Come on, man. There will be signs.
There will be signs. I'm not gonna say nothing, but y'all will know.
There will be signs.
This podcast is going long. Do we take a commercial break or do we?
Let's get another commercial. We gotta pay bills.
All right, yeah, we got to advertise
Even though all
too.
of these commercials you see are free, that's beside the point. They're our commercials.
Yeah, hours.
This will
All
be
right,
a
so we'll
quick one.
take a quick one. Get your questions ready.
Yes.
All right, we'll
Yeah.
take some questions. We'll get back. All right, we got it.
And we are back.
Thank you guys. Visit shopurbanx.com. Vote for Black Dot in the upcoming election. All that good stuff.
Please do.
All
I
right.
keep saying I'm gonna get Malcolm in here one Saturday, and I'm not gonna let him leave. And we're gonna bang out about 5 or 6 new skits. One whole
down.
day.
I'm down.
He's like,
I'm
come
down.
on, Dad. I'm like, no, you're not leaving. You're not leaving.
I'm down.
Let's get
I'm
it
down.
done.
Yeah. Noble goes back to school next week. I am so happy.
Yes.
So happy. God.
Yes.
Yeah. Man.
These kids need something to do with their life.
You know what I'm saying?
Home with you all day, driving
Yeah,
you
man.
up the wall.
Well, he was going. He was going to the. So out here they call it the PAL. In New York we say the PAL.
Oh, they call it the PAL?
They call it the PAL out here. Like I was talking to someone. Like, he goes to the PAL, and they were looking at me
He's like, what? The PAL?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, you mean the PAL?
So-
Yeah.
No. So that was cool, but I'm glad he's gonna be back in a controlled environment. You know, he was picking up some bad habits.
That'll happen. Odyssey came home at 5 years old and pressed Mama down. She said, Mommy, don't lie to me. I heard babies come out the vagina. And she had her hand on her hip like, is that true?
See?
And Mama Dot was like, what? Is it
Yeah.
true, Mommy? So she had
You
to
gotta
go to
get-
school and find out who was, because, you know, kids learn different things in different homes.
Yeah.
You know?
Price.
Yeah.
All right. So let's take some questions. Oh, guys, the other day, in Atlanta, 2 workers were killed because a Delta Boeing tire exploded.
I heard about that.
And Boeing is their stock is way down.
It is.
Way down. And apparently a lot, because somebody made the point, I saw this, that the fact that no politician is running on the platform that they're gonna like something like they're gonna investigate Boeing as a company, be tougher on them is crazy, and it shows to the political corruption.
Absolutely. Boeing
it's
got
a
too
prime
much
example.
money.
It's a prime example. Yep.
They got too much money. How dare you mention you gonna bring us up? Or please, this whole thing is all politics and it's all corporations. Corporations rule everything around me, baby.
Yep.
And so, yeah.
And one of the workers, he was like about to retire soon too.
Jeez.
Like 2 weeks from retirement. It was something crazy. Super sad.
Damn, condolences to him and his family.
They got them astronauts stuck on the space station as well.
Yeah, Malcolm.
Yeah.
They're stuck in a warehouse with a green screen. And they're like, yo, put the camera on them. He's floating. We stuck in space. Be out in space for some time. Yeah. The first picture, first man land on the moon. Who fucked took the picture?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
That's some shit a 3-year-old would ask you, Dad, who took that picture? Well, the picture, you couldn't even explain that shit.
Yeah.
You couldn't even explain that shit.
Or the fact that we have not been back, guys. I don't know.
Yeah.
What else we got? What else? Hold on. Somebody asked me. You seen Umar called DL's bluff? What did DL say?
Yeah, what did DL say? See, the thing about Umar now, and I'm just keeping it a bean with you, the way this whole social media thing is structured, you could be serious and they'll still turn you into a meme.
Yeah.
Your seriousness becomes a joke for somebody else. Because my daughter's introduction to Dr. Umar, she said, Dad, have you seen this guy, Dr. Umar, online? He is so funny, right? Little does she know he's got a real cause.
Yeah.
He mean that shit. But to them and their generation, he's funny. And then now every time you see a black guy with a white woman, they show Umar's face.
Yeah.
It's funny.
Yeah.
Boom.
Like there was a video of like this, like I don't know, it was like the speed skating, Olympic speed skating, white girl, thick, right? And like right before she turned around, you see like they put Umar's video in front of it. And I was like, yep, they got me. They got
you. You damn right.
They got me. Yeah, that was funny.
And now you hearing people saying, don't you find that suspicious?
Yeah.
So it has become like a meme. And it's just how this social media thing is structured. Nothing is serious. Period.
DL said, let's debate at your school.
Ooh.
Hey.
Now, watch this. Umar's gonna say bet, but it ain't gonna be no kids there. If DL say, I think this would be great for the kids, because debating is like a sport, right?
Yeah.
We can do a nice civil debate in front of all of the students. Not the empty school where the grass ain't been cut. There's one dude working that you brought in that day to act like he painting. The school is coming. One nurse. Yes, I'm getting ready for the kids. No, do that, and let's see where that thing goes. Yeah. Ouch.
Guys, I drove past it yesterday, guys. That's all I'll say.
Yeah. Wow, Red Pill has a shirt of Umar that says, "Don't you find that suspicious?"
That's hilarious. Funny. However, I would take Umar in that debate though.
Oh, come on. Umar is a true scholar. See, people confused when we talk about Umar. He know what he talking about. Yeah. He ain't lied, and I still think he loved them kids. I just think he got to get out of his own mind of how he perceives this to place him in historical perspective. See, this is where the shit get crazy. It's not about the kids per se. It's about his place in a historical perspective, along with Marcus Garvey, Malcolm X, blah, blah, and Dr. Umar. You know what I mean? And that's where the shit gets, kind of foggy,
Yeah, I agree.
And so DL don't want no smoke because he don't know shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he threw that shot to say, where the school at without saying where the school
Yeah,
at.
yeah, yeah. No, that was a good one. It was a good
That
one.
was a good
It
one.
was
That was a good one. Yeah.
He was holding
That was
that
good.
one. He was holding
Yep.
that one.
Sure.
Wow. I saw Vlad actually apologize to Marlon Wayans, by the way.
Oh, did he?
Yeah.
Okay. Vlad is starting to see it. We put it in motion a few years ago, but the way our mind works, he just kept dumping interviews because our attention span is very short. But every time he does something crazy, it triggers the shit he did before. You see what I'm saying? So it's not an isolated incident. We go, wait a minute. All of these events are starting to line up, and then he's gonna try his hand one time too many, and they're gonna cancel him for good.
And yo, bro, he used to interview a lot of different people. Now it's the same people over and over again.
Yes. Yes.
Right? Like, there's only so many times you can do that before the show itself just gets stale, bro. Like,
yeah. Absolutely. Okay.
I'm saying. Guys, what else we got, man? Because I'm tired.
Yeah, Mama Dot is like saying this is over.
Yeah.
She run this shit. She
Man,
said,
2
this
hours.
shit is over.
Anything else?
And with that being said,
yes. With that being said, guys, we appreciate you. We love you.
yes.
ShopUrbanX.com. Join the
Be
membership.
on the lookout
Urban X.
for the $20 blowout.
Yes, $20 blowout. Absolutely. Get your Hotep emergency kit.
Yes, you're gonna need the Hotep emergency kit
Hotep
coming up on these
emergency
times.
kit. You know what I'm saying? It's getting a little chilly. You're gonna need it.
You're gonna
Right?
need it. It's a lot of beautiful Nubian queens out there looking for their king.
Then
You gotta think different.
listen. We're gonna put that together. We're gonna like based on like your birthday and when you were born. We're gonna give you a name. So if you was born on July 10th, like your name is gonna be Emperor of the Ninth Power. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna put that together so you can create your moniker. You know what I'm saying?
And then you gotta say
your
shit like
identity.
I'm Virgo, but I'm a Cancer in the moon of Sagittarius in Saturn's, whenever
In the
they
third
get
house.
that deep with it from the third house of Jupiter.
Third house.
They don't know what the fuck you talking about, but neither do you, and that's why it works. Oh, I'm Virgo, but I got some Cancer in the third house of Jupiter's fifth moon and Saturn's, left ring. That's why I am who I am. Oh, that's some deep stuff, brother. Well, you know what I'm saying, sister. You got to represent. Yeah, we're gonna take care of all of that for you.
Got you.
You know what I mean? You call us
you.
for a consultation. You get your outfit. Be like, all right, phase 1 is in. Got my outfit. Now I need a consultation so I can go out. Because a lot of beautiful women in these Hotep events. But if you ain't in line, you're not gonna win. So yeah.
All right. So with that being said, like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. Peace.
Peace.